It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Indiana Pacers. It's Spurs basketball to get this one going. Underway in Texas. Jay, coinciding with Tim Duncan being taken #1 in 1997. 21 straight years the Spurs have made the playoffs. Last year, as tough as any for them to crack the top 8.
And when this team didn't get Kawhi Leonard back, I thought there was no way that they would make the playoffs. And for this team to finish one of the 7 teams vying for 6 spots, that goes to show you how talented of a coach Greg Popovich is. And at the beginning of the year, Ed, if I had told you without Leonard on the court, that a lineup of Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay, DeJounte Murray, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Kyle Anderson would be the 7th seed in the West and make the playoffs, would you have believed me?
It takes a great conductor. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LaMarcus Aldridge trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throws good. 3-point play, and that puts them up 6-0. Indiana with the basketball. The shot turned away by Pirtle. Nice pass to set things up. Darren Collison missed his first. That one goes.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
That's me. To Rudy Gay.
And look, no disrespect to Dwayne Casey of Toronto. I mean Detroit, because he was the coach of the year for Toronto, even though he got fired. But for Greg Popovich to lead this team to 7th place in the Western Conference with 47 wins is beyond me. I do not understand how he is not the coach of the year. When you have a guy like Manu Ginobili,
the crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
You know, when I sit down and I think about it, it really blows my mind at how far Depot has came over the past 3 seasons. That first stop in Orlando, I remember watching a kid who had crazy talent and at times showed glimpses of brilliance, but also was really inconsistent. But in OKC, though, something changed, and it had to be the influence of Russell Westbrook. When you're around a dude that plays with 110% every day of the week, that has to push you mentally to levels that you never experienced before. That was the first time in his NBA career that he played meaningful basketball. He played with a purpose. Now when I look at him, I see a refocus. I see the dedication to the game he loves. There's no doubt now that he is the leader of this franchise.
Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Pacers control. Collison to Turner. Trying to cash in. Oh, Miles Turner. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
First quarter in the books. We have a tie ball game. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Pacers with the possession. Collison to Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He's 2 for 2 now.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
To Rudy Gay. Down low, Aldridge. Straight on look. From the painted area, won't go down. Denied by DeRozan.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Runner's good there.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Now a whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. DeRozan to Aldridge. Going to launch beyond the arc. Second effort. To DeRozan. 4-3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Into the front court comes Collison. They're scored 12-8. To Young. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. 3 for 3 in this first half.
LaMarcus Aldridge, a guy with the Trailblazers that played a ton of minutes on the perimeter, really owned the paint and embraced the low post scoring ability with the Spurs last season, averaging 23 points per game.
It's Indiana basketball. Collison to Oladipo. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away. And that one out of bounds off a Spur. Young. Collison. Another chance. A couple of cracks at the line now.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Miles Turner at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Spurs in possession. No good. Defense catching a break there.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. First half comes to an end with the Pacers in the lead.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Pacers didn't hold back in that opening half, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. The Spurs have yet to appear.
Game track. Missed threes.
The San Antonio Spurs should really consider abandoning the emphasis on long-range shots, given how poorly they've been performing from beyond the arc. The accuracy is just not there in today's matchup. They got off to a slow start with most of their misses.
Player of the half.
Miles Turner put in the hard work that's needed to grab all of those rebounds. He was a rock for his team.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point.
Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. That's what they have to be. And I think for Kevin Pritchard and Nate McMillan, the post-George era has begun far better than expected. And it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
Send it away!
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Inside, he scores. Jay, it's an old-school approach in a modern era.
I love watching him play. He's a guy that can score at the pinch post, has a solid mid-range game, also elite athletic ability. But can his game fit into the modern-day style of the way the NBA is being played by shooting threes and also defending? He's a defensive liability at times, and he does struggle from the outside.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Indiana with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Collison, great dish to set it up. Oh, Miles Turner, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp, and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second, what is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is, a big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
Oladipo into the front court. His team up by 1. To Turner. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow. Stays out. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Victor Oladipo. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oladipo into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Fires the 3. That misses with 3 seconds left. That'll do it. 3rd quarter complete. The Pacers have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball. As we begin the fourth quarter, we've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Pacers control. Collison to Oladipo. Knocked loose. Spurs have it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Oladipo into the front court. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. To DeRozan. For three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Oladipo into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. To Turner. Fires the three. DeRozan's got the board. Pacers with the possession. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Great look and vision. Oh, Miles Turner. He's 4 for 8. That's 50%.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the trap.
Beyond the arc for three. Rudy Gay, tough shot there. No good. Oladipo into the front court. Leads 4. DeRozan to Aldridge. Oh, nice find for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Collison into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
DeRozan to Rudy Gay. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. From long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. He gets it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. That misses with 3 seconds left. The quarter comes to an end, and it's deadlocked, all tied up. And we're underway here in the extra period. To Rudy Gay. LaMarcus Aldridge. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
This has been quite the redemption story for L.A. In the 2016-17 season, there seemed to be a rift between him and Spurs management. Had a very difficult time finding his way, wasn't used to being an anchor down low at the post position. But this is the brilliance of Greg Popovich. Sat him down, spoke to him man-to-man multiple times, and got L.A. to buy into something bigger than himself, which is the reason why he is one of the most dominant bigs in the league.
It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. The drive, right to the basket. The shot turned away by Pirtle.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down 6. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he hits. Oh, that one could be the dagger as they've opened it up here in the final minute of overtime.
I don't know about that, Ed. I've been a part of a game where we came back from 10 with a minute left to go. Anything is possible.
Would you call that a miracle minute? Indiana with the basketball.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. Collison into the front court. Right now, down 7. Denied by DeRozan.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Oladipo lets it fly from long range, knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
DeRozan with the basketball. Up by 6. And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same wavelength here in this fourth quarter of play. To Oladipo. Yes, Victor Oladipo. 4 out of 7.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Two for 2 on that trip. Pacers control. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Miles Turner at the line. First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Miles Turner slams it down. He'll let one fly from half court. That misses with a second to go. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they win it in overtime. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen, saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs stayed strong to get the overtime victory. Teams showed their heart in the extra minutes, and it was clearly on display in this matchup. What a great game. It was definitely a thriller. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs. The Pacers
Just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game.
I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Assists.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.